G'day YouTube, Down to Bricks here. Very excited today. I have got the 2016 first wave of superheroes collection for you guys today. I really love doing these videos because after weeks of building and filming and reviewing, I get to lay it all on the table and really have a good look and see whether my opinions have changed on the set and to really compare all the minifigs as well. So I think we're in for a heap of fun with this one. Now I've put the classic Batcave in there as well. Now I'm not going to compare that to any of these sets. It really wouldn't be fair. It's an awesome set. I just wanted to put it in there because it did come out around the same time. But I just wanted to have it in there. It's really just for a bit of a background, and it is an awesome looking background. But we're just going to compare all these smaller playable sets. So shortly we're going to go in, have a close look at each of the sets, have a look at the minifigs, and then we'll come back and have a bit of a chat about it. So I think what I'll do is we'll have a pick of Marvel sets, what I think are the best picks out of Marvel, what I think are the best picks out of DC. Of course, we're going to have a chat about the minifigs as well, and then we might do a Marvel versus DC and see who comes out on top. But first, let's go in, check them out, and get some of the set details. Alright, it's close-up time. Now, where do we start? Let's go over the back here. Let's start with the Superhero Airport Battle Set 76051. Let's have a look at these figs. Very cool. Giant Man. And the little micros. Let's drop down to the Avenged Jet Space Mission. So that was set 76049. Awesome minifigs as well. Over to 76047 Black Panther Pursuit. Very cool. Quick stop at the Silver Centurion. And here we have Iron Skull Sub-Attack. 76048. Crossbones Hazard Heist. 76050. Over behind that is Gotham City Cycle Chase, 76053. Clash of the Heroes. Look at that Batman. Isn't that cool? And that is, what set number is that? 76044. Kryptonite Inception with the very cool forklift, 76045. And over the back, to finish the close-up, we have Heroes of Justice Sky High Battle. That is 76046. And how cool is Wonder Woman? Well, there we have it, a closer look at all the sets. So now let's start breaking it down a little bit. But first things first, I just have to say the big winner across the board here, I really think, are the minifigs. I mean, it's really what we've got accustomed to in the last few years is awesome superhero minifigs, and Lego didn't let us down at all in this wave. There is some new characters, some new prints, so kudos to Lego for that. So we might actually talk a little bit more about the minifigs before we get on to the best set picks. Honestly, I'm really struggling to pick the best minifig, and honestly, look, I just can't do it. I'm just going to go through and mention some of my favourite of all the minifigs. If we start with the DC, the Wonder Woman, really love that Wonder Woman. In the Cycle Chase, we get Deadshot, which was cool, but the Harley Quinn is just fantastic. And then with Clash of the Heroes, the Armoured Batman. I mean, I think that is one of my all-time favourite Batmans. Very impressed that it comes in a small set like that, and it is just top-notch. And, I mean, I'm such a Batman fan, I'm very tempted to say that that is my pick over all the minifigs, but there's just some brilliant minifigs here. Let's have a look at Marvel. Of course, we get Crossbones, but my pick there is Falcon. Thought that was a great minifig. I really love the selection of Iron Man prints, the Scuba Iron Man, the Silver Centurion, the Space Iron Man. I think they are all fantastic. They're really stepping up with those prints. It was great to get Red Skull again, and I think his printing is really cool. Black Panther, another great minifig. Awesome to get Thanos. Only one big fig this year, but they did a great job with Thanos. Really love that big fig. So with the superhero airport battle, the War Machine, I just think he looks fantastic. I probably have to edge him out as my favourite. It's very tough. You know, I said I loved the different Iron Man suit prints, but I just think the War Machine with the silver print against the black, I really think it stands out, and I just love the look of him. So, look, it's very tough indeed to pick a favourite minifig here. And I love it that it's such a tough decision because it just means we're getting awesome minifigs. Okay, so with the sets, let's talk about Marvel first. Now look, I'm just going to forget about the price of some of these sets. Let's just talk about it for the sets themselves. So I think there's no real duds here. Let's say with Crossbones, the Sub, and the Avenged Jet, I mean, they're probably all on par. Look, they're not great, but they're not bad either. And nothing has changed to my original opinion. The best sets for Marvel, in my opinion, is the Black Panther Jet. Really love that jet. But my favourite set is this superhero airport battle. And it's the Giant Man that really scores big points with me. So over to the DC sets. Now, we probably did get a dud amongst this lot. That Gotham City Cycle Chase, I mean, there's nothing special about that set at all as with the builds. The minifigs, top notch, as I said, but the build itself, look, you know, Lego can do a lot better than that. But once we get to the Batman versus Superman sets, I think Lego have done a fantastic job. So if you're a young fella and you can only afford one small set, go with the Clash of Heroes. You can't go wrong. Lots of cool little play features. One of the best Batmans you're ever going to get. Superman's cool as well. You get the Kryptonite crystal piece. You get the printed dish for the bat signal. So overall, for a small set, a relatively cheap set, it really packs a punch. Now the Kryptonite Inception, the Batmobile. Now this did cause some friction in the community. I know some people really hate it, but myself, I really loved this Batmobile. I thought it was great to get something different. The new cockpit pieces are really cool. And at similar price sets, I would go with that over the Black Panther Pursuit. And that takes us to the Heroes of Justice Sky High Battle. So my favourite DC set is the Batwing. There's something about that set I just really love. The design of it, the colour scheme. It's just a whole heap of fun, that set. I really, really enjoyed it. So that leads me to my number one pick of the 2016 first wave of superhero sets, and that set is Heroes of Justice Sky High Battle. It's the Batwing. So that just really sealed it for me. Huge Batman fan, and I just thought that set was outstanding. And that's going to lead me now to DC versus Marvel. Now, hands down, minifigs, Marvel wins. Hands down, Marvel. The characters we got, the range, it really blew DC off the park with minifigs. But on the whole, if you're going to look at sets, the sets versus each other, I'm going to have to go with DC. Yes, we did get one dud, but the 3 Superman Bat versus Batman sets I just thought were all fantastic. And I rank each of those sets very, very highly, and that's why I just think across the board with the sets, they probably just edged out Marvel a little bit. But very tough decisions across the board, so I really like that. It just goes to show how much I've enjoyed this whole superhero wave. Well, whew, that was a lot to get through, wasn't it? Must admit, I've had a lot of fun doing this video. And I'm also a little bit sad that this superhero wave is over and we have to wait a couple more months before we're getting some more superheroes again. But I guess that's not a bad thing because it gives us a chance to get our savings back in order so we can afford more Lego sets, doesn't it? So you heard me rambling on about what I really loved about this wave, but I want to hear from you guys because that's just what I think. There's no right or wrong. What you enjoy is what you enjoy. So please let me know in the comments, what are the figs you really loved? Did you think they were as awesome a selection as what I did? And what builds were special to you? Put it all down in the comments. Really love to hear from you guys. We can have a bit of a chat about it as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate that. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.